Going live in three, two, one.
We're
Welcome.
live.
We're live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Improv Wizards. It's our quote time, Lincoln. It's quote time.
We're going to talk some quotes. I've got one of my favorite quotes to share today. I bet you've got
Yes.
one too, Eric,
I've
because we
got one
talked,
too.
we discussed it.
Yes, we've both got a quote. There are lots of quotes in the world. We know
There are
that.
many,
Yes, very, very many. But we're going to share
millions,
two.
maybe hundreds. I don't
I,
know.
I feel like with billions of people who have lived in the world, I feel like there might even be more than millions.
Well, not all of them were quoted and written down and attributed to a person,
That is a good point. That is a
right?
good point. So, well, these are just quotes that we want to share with you to help you in your life with creativity, help you in your life with confidence, help not just improv related. Some of them might be improv related, others are not. But we love sharing quotes. You can get a couple of good inspirational quotes, and just we talk about a couple of principles. So, Lincoln, what kind of quote you got? What you
I've
got
got
for
a
us?
quote from Maya Angelou. Ready? Here it
I'm ready.
is. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Boom.
Mm,
Maya Angelou, thank you for dropping that golden nugget of wisdom on it. Isn't that so true? I'm going to say it one more time.
yes.
You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Creativity like builds upon itself. It's like a snowball rolling down the mountain and becoming a bigger snowball.
Yes,
It felt the analogy felt so good in my head. And
Maya
then
has caused many avalanches in
true,
creative.
true.
I
But I
you
love this concept, Eric. I love the concept of it's the opposite of scarcity. When we talk sometimes about certain things, it's like, ooh, that's a great idea. I want to save that idea and I'll do something else. But really, oftentimes, get the idea out, use the idea. Another one's going to come to you. The more it's like you're building trust in yourself, like that part of your brain that says, I'm good at ideas. I'm going to give you ideas, Lincoln. I'm going to keep giving you ideas. It's like if you keep taking and running with those ideas, that part of my brain is going to say, all right, he's using them. I'm going to give him another idea instead of hoarding those ideas and saying, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to save it. And then, because how often do we save those ideas? I forget them. So
yes,
dive into that creativity, use it, and it generates more. It propagates.
it does. It
Did I use that word
promulgates.
right?
Yes, or promulgate. I can't
It
remember. What were
promulgates.
the Star Trek little creatures that just promulgated,
The
propagated?
tribbles.
Tribbles. It's like tribbles.
Yes.
Well, I don't know
Yep.
if it's very much like tribbles, but
Tribbles were a pain.
it's like
There's a trouble
gremlins.
with tribbles.
Put some water on some gremlins. There's a good analogy in there. I think we talked about yeast. It's like yeast. When you use it, it grows. It grows when you use it. It's an amazing thing. And Lincoln, as you know, and for those, if you're just watching this for the first time, if you've never met us, we teach improv. We have online improv courses that you can take. The link is down in the description. But we also do a master class. So online courses that you can just do at your own pace in your own home. We also do a master class over Zoom. But we have taught so many people improv, and we see it, right? We see it. Is that they feel like they're not creative, or they feel like their brains can't think quickly enough. But when they start using that creativity, when they start trusting it, and they start being very constructive with others and building up that creativity, their creativity grows. Their minds start thinking faster. They start thinking more creatively. Ideas come quicker. It's amazing.
When you give away creativity, more comes back to you. I don't think there's any other way to look at it. The more you give out into the world, the more you get back. And I don't know if that's because your capacity increases or if it's just because, it's like a boomerang. I don't know. But it really, truly, the more creativity you put out, the more you seem to have the ability to do more.
Yes.
It's wonderful. All
Yes.
right, you have a quote for
I
us
do have
too.
a quote. I do have a quote. This is a little different. This comes from improv. This is an improv quote. More about improv than something else. From the world-renowned comedic actress Kristen Wiig. Came out of
She's
improv,
amazing,
Saturday Night
amazing,
Live, and then
hilarious,
movie star. She
great
said this:
characters.
with improv, it's a combination of listening and not trying to be funny. With improv, it's a combination of listening and not trying to be funny. Now, this is amazing advice for not just actors, not just improvisers, all professions, all people, all work relationships, whatever it might be, not trying to be funny. Now, listening is very, very important, but I want to focus on the not trying to be funny today, Lincoln, because we've seen it. Like we said, we've seen it in people in class. We've seen it. Then when they try to be funny, so often you are not, because you're not focused, you're not listening, you're not building, like you just talked about. So these do relate, these two quotes from Maya Angelou and from Kristen Wiig, they do relate, because if you're not creating together and building that creation together, if you're more focused on yourself and you trying to be funny, it's not going to usually be funny.
I think that's the key. I think listening takes the focus off of yourself. And when you're thinking, I want to be funny, I want to be impressive, I want to be interesting to people, when you're thinking those things, your focus is in the wrong place. It's certainly not on the story. It's certainly not on the scene. It's certainly not on your scene partner. And so when you dive into there with your focus on the listening, it takes the pressure off needing to be funny. And I just think trying too hard doesn't work for anything. It just doesn't. And so trying to be funny tends to make people less funny. So I think that's the hack. I think that's one of the major hacks to being funny, is to put your focus on something else that gets you further. Like in improv, listening is just key to that.
Yes.
Listening to your scene partner, that takes the focus off of, anxiety. You can't be anxious if you're listening carefully. If you're listening carefully, that anxiety, it just goes away, because you're spending all of your energy listening, and you can't be anxious. So try it. It's hard. If you're feeling really anxious, it can be hard to listen hard.
It's hard, yeah.
It can be hard to listen well. Right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and
it can be really hard to listen.
And
but if you put that energy into the listening, everything else gets easier.
And we've seen it. We've seen it in all the improv classes we've done, or any improv we've seen or we've been in. Man, when somebody's just listening, it might be the very first thing they say. But as long as they're not trying to ham it up and clown it up and be funny, as long as they're in the moment, they're listening, they're being constructive, they're using their creativity, and they say something, sometimes that is some of the funniest stuff I've ever seen. Because it's unexpected, but don't try to be unexpected. Don't try.
Organic is always funnier. I mean, I guess we can't say always, but like in most cases, things that come naturally, the things that are naturally funny, that you're not manufacturing or trying to do, they just make more sense. They're funnier.
Yeah. Well, if you want to be funny, don't try to be funny. But these are a couple quotes for you. We hope they inspire you a little bit. Remember, we love teaching improv. We love helping people build up confidence, increase their creativity, think faster on their feet, overcome fears, and also learn how to do improv. Improv principles to help you throughout life, in all facets of life, but also if you want to do improv. And if you're an actor particularly, improv training is so important. Look in the description. There are links for our online courses, for our masterclass. Look in the description, because we'd love to encounter you. That sounds
We'd love to listen to you in a creative circumstance. But also like and subscribe too. This is a new thing that we're doing. If you guys like it, we'll make some more. So let us know. And if you have a favorite quote that maybe we should cover in a different one of these, let us know. Put it in the description. We want to hear those quotes.
Yes, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments, and put in the comments whether or not put in the comments whether. Well, I want to know in the comments. Have you ever seen anything with Kristen Wiig in it? And what is it?
I have. I'll do it right now.
Oh, great! I'm going to do it too. And have you ever seen anything with Maya Rudolph in? Wait, Maya Rudolph, yes. Maya Angelou, maybe not. Maybe not.
I made the same thing, because they're both, Maya is the first name. So Maya Rudolph is an improviser. So
all right, everybody. You have a great day. You have a great